Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Woman Wolfpack. If you're new, go hit that sub button, ring that bell. And today we are looking into the new spring cleaning featured program for MLB The Show 22. Real quick, we're just gonna go through it, check out the boss items here, the boss players. So right here we have our bosses. We got Ed Matthews, we got Zach Britton, who I will most likely be taking. Shout out the Orioles. We got Ernie Banks, we got Tom Seaver, and then we got David Justice, who I don't even know. Pretty good stats though. Left fielder for the Yankees. Tom Seaver looks pretty good. Good stamina, good pitch selection. Ernie Banks always pretty good. Zach Britton, pretty good hit, very good hits for 9. I don't love his pitch sequence. I would like a change up there or something instead of the 2-seam, but we'll make it work. And then Eddie Matthews, pretty good power, pretty good player. So those are the bosses, and then we got all these other little packs. We got a lot of headliners, a lot of show packs. Another boss pack, more headliners and flashbacks. Holy crap! Got a big dog pack, a couple of them. More headliners, ball and a habit packs, a lot of packs. And once you get to the like 600,000, there's a lot of pack bundles and stuff like that. So today we're gonna go through maybe one of the best ways, or fastest ways to finish this program. Maybe not. We'll find out by the end. But real quick, just the easy way is the quick things to do. You're gonna have your daily moments again, like I went over in my last video in the previous program. You're gonna have your daily challenges every day. Your moments, these aren't as many as there was in the first program. The first program had like 50. This has much less. As you can see here, I've already finished them. It gets you a decent amount of XP here, but you can do them pretty quick. Then you have your flashbacks here. Your flashbacks, with all these players, your flashback versions of these players, get stats, basically parallel XP, just like in the previous one. And a new one here, and for the event, you can get 2,000 XP per win. So every win you get, and it's repeatable. So you can play, if you just want to sit here and grind out the event and play the event like crazy, that can add to the XP progress pretty well. Collections, I haven't looked at this one yet. This is for the new small program, which is collecting the Kansas City Royals Home City Connect. I haven't done that program yet, but I don't think it's too tough either. Then you have your Live Series Exchange, which I'm sure they'll be adding to more later like they did last time. And they have the Conquest, which I haven't finished yet either. That's probably should be a pretty easy one to do. I would recommend doing that. Then we come down and we have March to October. March to October is what I will be working on for this, to show you there's a little bit of a glitch, I guess you can call it, sort of, that will help you kind of go through it. But we're going to get into that right now. Alright, so you have to leave. You're going to have to leave Diamond Dynasty to get there, obviously. March to October, right at the main screen here. I'm going to start a new one to show you from the start, because I started a little bit to test it out here. I would go with, unfortunately, although I would love to go with the Orioles here, I would start with one of the favorites just to make it easier on your season, make it easier to have a better chance of winning the playoffs and getting there in general. I don't want to pick the Dodgers, but I think I'm going to pick the Dodgers because they have one of the best pitching staffs and hitting players in the game, so I'm going to leave it at that for a moment. Now, as far as difficulty goes, I would not recommend doing it on Legend. I think this glitch that I was working on doesn't seem to work too well in Legend, but it does work in Hall of Fame. It's not guaranteed at 100% of the time, but it does work most of the time, and it works pretty well when you can get it to work, and it works much better in Hall of Fame than it does on Legend. So I'm going to go on Legend, I'm going to go on Hall of Fame. And we're going to have to go through this screen. First thing you want to do here, in your settings, you're going to go to Gameplay, tab over one to the General, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you're going to have tutorials here. Tutorials, at first you want to leave them off. Apply it. Click Start again. Go back to the settings. Same thing as before. Then you're going to turn back on and make sure this batting one is turned on. The other ones you can leave off, but the batting one needs to be turned on. Apply and then go back. And we can skip here. Okay, so we're actually pitching this time. So we're going to, real quick, we're going to turn this back off.
Here is Chris Bryant.
Alright, so now this glitch does not work with the pitching that I know of. I haven't really tried it, but I don't think it's a different concept. So if you're not great at pitching, maybe turning the difficulty down a little bit, or just try to use the glitch a little bit more on the hitting side, which we will go over here in a second. Okay, so now that we've gotten out of this inning, we're going to come back, and we're going back to the settings. Back down to General, and now make sure this is turned on. Now we did it a little bit too late, so we're gonna miss this one pitch. So we're gonna let this pitch go. We're not gonna swing at it. That's perfect. Nope. All right. So now, once this pitch goes through, you're going to get this come up. Just basically follow what it says. So call a timeout, whatever. And you can pretty much just tap through X for the most of this. Just kind of tap through it, move your PCI around, and then it's going to have to ask you to anchor to test it. So you're going to hold in L3 on the left analog stick and just move it one side or the other, or up, down, whatever. Then you can just reset it. Then once the pitch comes in, you got to really pay attention to watch where the pitch is going and watch the direction of the pitch. Like watch the angle. If it looks like a fastball, if it's going to a curveball, watch the angle and really kind of follow it. This would look like a high fastball. So now it's gonna pause us here and we're gonna wait. So we can move our PCI, as you can see in the background. I'm going to move it right about up here where the ball is close to coming in. I'm going to hit square just because we get a little bit extra power, maybe. Not sure how much it actually works in this game, but we're going to try it. So now we're going to move our PCI up here, press square, and boom. Now that one was a foul ball. So like I said, it's not foolproof. It doesn't work every time. However, you can just do it again. So now that we know that one foul, we can turn this off, apply, hit back, then immediately hit pause again. Go back to gameplay settings, general, and turn it back on, and then we basically just go through and do that process all over again. Call timeout.
Now before the 1-1 time.
Tap through all this.
Time is called.
The eye anchor, and now we wait for it again. Now again, we gotta really watch this pitch and watch the angle that it's coming in so we can meet it up as perfectly as we can. Coming pretty close to the middle.
Ground ball right side.
That was a ground ball. Like I said, not foolproof. So maybe this one, certain players maybe don't use the square swing as much, just because again it's gonna have, you know, a smaller activated zone there. But you're most likely going to be early at the very least. So as we'll move it over here, we'll try it again here.
Fastball groove right down the middle, usually a lot.
So the reason it doesn't work on Legend is because whenever you do this, you are very early. So if you make contact with it, it's going foul every single time. I think I went through like 8 batters, but I didn't get a single person to like hit it not foul. So that's why I went down 1 difficulty to Hall of Fame, and it seems to work a little better. But you're still going to be early, so you're still going to be on the left side most of the time, and you might hit some foul balls, just like the first one. But don't give up on it. It's not full. It's not, you know, it's not going to happen every time. Watch the pitch come in. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be a little bit high and inside. So we're going to try and move our PCI a little bit to the left so we can get it off to the kind of the right side of the ball. The left side of the ball, I suppose. So because we don't want to pull it too far inside because it's already going to be a little early. So we're going to hear it, and we're just going to use square, or X rather. And that looks... Oh, that one was foul. That one was almost gone. Try again. That's the beauty of this. We get to try every pitch as long as we time it right. Again, this is something that's going to be a little bit tedious. It's going to take some time. Not the most exciting way to play, and you don't have to do it on every pitch or anything like that. Only if you want to just play it out and you know, just see as much how good you can do, that's fine. If you only want to use it for times where you need a home run or you need a run, you need some, you know, to score some runs to try and win the game, that's fine too. It probably make it go a little bit faster. Or if you're down a bunch of runs and you need some to get some going, this would be a good strategy for that. But early in the game, at least the way I try to do it is the first inning, whatever it is, like right now it's the 6th inning, I try to get 1 to 3 runs at least, so I can coast a little bit, and then I can kind of just play it out and see how we do. And if anything, if you play it out normally, you're on Hall of Fame, you're probably going to get a little bit better on Diamond Dynasty as well, because you're going to get used to this pitch speeds and whatnot.
And that one.
The foul.
Well, on the mound,
if you're struggling a little bit with this, you can always go down a difficulty, and I haven't tried it yet fully, but you will most likely get better timing on the lower difficulties. At least that's what I've noticed from going from Legend to Hall of Fame. This one should be launched. Perfect. There we go. And now that ball is rocked. And there's our first home run, just like that. Now, I'm going to try and get one more. And I can skip the rest of this.
Last one out is first homer.
Looks like right down the middle. Ooh, almost a good play by the shortstop there, but we got it through, so there's a base hit. So if we can get a home run right here, get up 3 runs, that'd be a good little start here.
From start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
That's gonna be a little bit lower here, but pretty much middle. That ball's also rocked, and that's a perfect from Justin Turner. Let's see if he's going to be caught. Doesn't look like it. That ball's in the gap. We're going to score at least one there with Trey Turner, 99 speed. Get him at second. All right. All right, so now that we have 2 runs, I think we're going to play this the rest of this inning out as normal.
3 hits in a row.
But just so we don't get any other things popping up. Go ahead and turn these tour tips back off, and at any point in time we can turn right back on and get a hit if we need to. The other thing about this glitch that you've probably noticed is that whenever they do this little tutorial setup thing, it's always going to be a strike. It's not always going to be right down the middle, but it's always going to be a strike, so you're never going to just like swing at a bad pitch. They're going to force you to swing at something that's going to be in the strike zone. So if they're going to stop you, you're going to know it's a strike. So
That one. Oh, and it hits the base.
Guys over the base, we're going to get a run there. Even though he's slow. Nice. Perfect.
The tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Oh, Max Muncy with the bomb. Is that foul? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball
early?
right there. Just a little bit too quick.
Didn't think I was that early.
Just let it travel a hair more.
Muncy hits one in the
Not
air.
quite. Hit pretty well, but not well enough. Oh well. All right, so now we just gotta go pitch. All right, and there is the final right there, 3-0. So those 3 runs we scored in the 6th inning made all the difference there. That's all we needed. Now that we got that win, we're gonna go through this little thing. We're getting some little opening day momentum. Got our shutout. So now we're back to the main screen here. So now that we did our first game, it's going to simulate a few games after this, using that momentum and whatnot. So now we got at least 1-1 there, 2 wins. That's 3 in a row. Momentum helped out a lot there. And then I think we're going to probably play our last game against the Diamondbacks here. Yep. Thrill home fans with a clean sweep. Okay, so now we have our projected wins here. We have our games. We're only at game 7 out of 162, so it's not going to be a quick process. But as long as we keep going through and using this little glitch thing, we should be able to at least make it to the playoffs pretty easily, and then hopefully win the World Series. And then we'll get a bunch of XP for the program. So I'm going to go through and do this real quick. And then I will come back and I will let you know how long it took me to do it, how long it took me to play all the way through, the final results, and then let you know how much XP I ended up with in the program in Diamond Dynasty. Oh, one last out, get there, Taylor. Nice. All right. Oof. A loud out number 3 there, but that's all right. That's gonna be the championship right there, boys. World Series champs. And there goes our March to October. Now let's see how much XP I'm gonna get for this. While it's loading, I'm gonna give you real quick. So throughout this whole March to October series here, we ended up playing about 30 regular season games out of 162. Most of those games started between the 6th and 8th inning, give or take. I think we had 1 or 2 games start in the 9th inning. Of those 30 games, about 10 of them were player-locked games, which usually go a little bit faster because you're only using 1 player. There was 1 minor league game that I played. After that, I kind of stopped playing the minor league ones because I just didn't think they were really worth it. So I skipped a couple of those. And then we ended up playing 11 postseason games because we swept the first round, swept the NLCS, and then we swept the World Series, obviously. So there's 3, 4, and 4. So that's about how many games we played throughout the season. I would say it took roughly 8 hours of playtime, maybe a little bit less. That might be an exaggeration. I didn't really record exact time from playing start to finish. There was some time involved, like with eating dinner or taking my dog out or just doing anything else. So I don't know the exact time it took me, but I would say roughly 8 hours of playtime. And now I guess we will go to Diamond Dynasty and see what kind of XP we got. Okay, so if you remember when we started this, before we started playing March to October, after doing the moments and some of the other smaller challenges and whatchamacallit, we started with about 27,000 XP. So we'll see where we go from there. If we head in here now, we have up there we have 140,000 XP. So some real quick math here. So we got roughly 113,000 XP for that. So I'd say that's pretty good. 113,000 XP for 1 round of March to October. So we went from essentially here, the 2 choice packs, silver, well, technically I guess here, all the way down to our first classic player choice pack. So now we are only at 140,000. We're only 10,000, really about 9,000 XP away from our first boss player. So one round of March to October and a few extra challenges or moments. We're almost at our first player already. So that's kind of how the system works. That's kind of how the March to October rewards work. So if you do it on Legend, I guess you would be at a little bit more XP than that. But again, the glitch doesn't work quite as well on Legend, or if at all. But it does work on Hall of Fame, as you saw from before, and it got me to the World Series pretty easily. So if you have any other questions, or if you want to try it out for yourself, let me know how you do with it. If you have any other questions about it that you don't think something's working or whatever, let me know. And I hope you do enjoy this type of content where I go through and try to give you the fastest way to get the rewards in these programs. Let me know, drop a like, and I will see you on the next one. Wolf out.